Dominika Egorova is a prima ballerina in the Bolshoi Ballet, the pride of her company and the sole breadwinner for her sick mother, Nina, who suffers from a chronic illness. Dominika's life revolves around discipline, performance, and caring for her mother, who lives in a small Moscow apartment. Dominika's grace and power on stage symbolize the control she has over her life, a control that will soon crumble. During a glittering evening performance at the Bolshoi, Dominika dances a passionate routine, the crowd enraptured by her elegance. Her partner, however, intentionally sabotages the choreography, stepping on her leg mid-performance. Dominika's career, and her life as she knows it, ends. The ballet company to which she devoted her life replaces her without hesitation. Dominika is devastated, both financially and emotionally. Her mother's treatment depends on the Bolshoi's support, which is abruptly cut off. The world that once adored her now ignores her completely. Dominika's uncle, Ivan Egorov, a powerful and calculating deputy director in the Russian intelligence service, visits her under the guise of concern. He exudes charisma, but radiates quiet menace, the sort of man who cloaks threats in smiles. He offers to help her mother keep her treatment and living arrangements, if Dominika performs a favor for the state. Desperate and with few choices, Dominika reluctantly agrees. Ivan explains that a high-ranking politician is conducting secret meetings with a woman, an act of infidelity that could be used for leverage. Dominika's task is simple: attend a private meeting with him at an upscale hotel under the guise of a casual encounter, extract information using her charm, and record it secretly for the SVR. He insists it's a one-time favor. Dressed elegantly and told to trust her instincts, Dominika enters the hotel room. The man, a wealthy official, mistakes the encounter for an illicit liaison. He violently assaults her. The encounter spirals out of control. Two SVR assassins burst in and murder the official in cold blood. Dominika realizes she has been used as bait in a state-sponsored assassination. She is now a liability. She knows too much. To protect herself and her mother, Ivan gives her a choice: be eliminated or serve the state as a Sparrow, an intelligence operative trained in seduction, manipulation, and psychological warfare. Dominika is sent to a remote training facility known as State School 4, an austere Soviet-era complex deep in the Russian countryside. There, young recruits, both men and women, are stripped of individuality and trained to use their bodies, minds, and emotions as tools of espionage. The program is overseen by the intimidating matron, whose icy demeanor commands absolute obedience. From the beginning, Dominika resists the dehumanization. She's told that her body no longer belongs to her. It belongs to the motherland. The matron teaches them that physical intimacy is a weapon, seduction is control, and emotional vulnerability is the key to breaking enemies. Dominika's training involves psychological conditioning, endurance, sexual humiliation, and behavioral manipulation. In one brutal exercise, a male recruit attempts to dominate her sexually in front of the class. Rather than yield, Dominika turns the tables, stripping herself calmly and asking the matron if she should give the recruit what he wants. Her defiance and composure both impress and unsettle her instructor. She learns to separate emotion from action, pain from purpose. She will never allow anyone to use her again. Not her uncle, not the state. Over weeks of training, she masters observation, mimicry, seduction techniques, and interrogation psychology. Her stoic defiance becomes her strength. When matron asks her what she wants, Dominika replies, "To make them pay for what they did to me." The matron, recognizing something exceptional in her, recommends Dominika for field assignment earlier than usual. Meanwhile, in Vienna, CIA operative Nate Nash is meeting with a secret Russian mole within the SVR known only as Marble. During a clandestine exchange near a park, Nash's operation is compromised by a random police patrol. To protect Marble's identity, Nash deliberately draws attention to himself, creating a chase that forces him to flee Russia and is reassigned to Hungary. The Russian intelligence community, embarrassed by the incident, launches an aggressive hunt for Marble, whose existence is now known, but whose identity remains secret. Ivan Egorov, seeking to salvage his credibility, decides to use his niece's new Sparrow training to his advantage. He assigns Dominika to Vienna with a mission: seduce CIA operative Nate Nash and discover the identity of Marble. The SVR believes Nash may re-establish contact with the mole from his new post. Dominika, understanding her uncle's manipulations, agrees outwardly, but silently plots to turn this mission to her own advantage. In Vienna, Dominika begins her cover as a Russian embassy attaché. She soon spots Nash at a diplomatic function, studying him carefully. Nate, who knows Russian intelligence will try to approach him, also takes notice of her. The two engage in cautious, layered conversations. But her approach is unlike other Sparrows. She doesn't rely on overt sexuality, but on vulnerability, curiosity, and intelligence. Nate sees something human in her, something that doesn't fit the mold of a manipulative operative. Their connection deepens as they spend more time together, each trying to outplay the other. Meanwhile, the SVR monitors Dominika closely. Ivan pressures her, reminding her that her mother's safety depends on her compliance. Dominika begins to navigate a perilous double game, balancing loyalty to her country with the instinct for survival and freedom. As the Vienna operation unfolds, Dominika learns the brutal realities of espionage. Every interaction is a test. Her handlers, led by General Korchnoi and Colonel Zakharov, demand results. They grow impatient as she delays revealing any useful intelligence. At the same time, the CIA suspects Dominika's presence and warns Nate against personal involvement. Dominika arranges a secret meeting with Nash, pretending to be conflicted about her orders. She tells him she's being forced to work for the SVR and wants to defect, offering information in exchange for protection for her mother. Nash, skeptical but intrigued, arranges for a secure extraction channel, believing she might be genuine. In truth, Dominika is playing a dangerous dual role, feeding fragments of intelligence to both sides while slowly constructing a plan to survive both. During one tense night, Dominika is ambushed in her apartment by a rival Russian operative, Maturin, sent to test her loyalty. Dominika fights back fiercely, killing him with a knife. Dominika, bruised but unbroken, turns to Nash. He tends to her wounds and insists she defect immediately. Instead, she tells him she will deliver Marble's identity, but on her terms. The two grow close, and despite their mutual suspicions, a genuine connection begins to form. Their intimacy blurs the line between manipulation and affection. For the first time since her assault, Dominika allows herself to feel human again.
She is a fucking Sparrow.
Told you.
Tell me about the American.
He's not exactly match fit.
I wanted to open an account for a family member in case anything happens to me.
The CIA arranges for her to undergo a polygraph test in a secure location. She passes, but her psychological evaluation reveals contradictions. Her motives are unclear even to herself. Is she working for Russia, for America, or simply for her own survival? Dominika then feeds misleading information to Ivan and the SVR, pretending she's close to extracting Marble's identity. Meanwhile, CIA leadership debates whether to trust her. Nash defends her, insisting she's sincere. Dominika proposes a final exchange with Nash. She will hand over the name of Marble during a secure rendezvous in Budapest. In return, she wants asylum and safety for her mother. The CIA agrees, preparing an extraction plan. But the SVR, monitoring her movements, intercepts her communications and suspects she's about to defect. Ivan orders her to abort the mission, but she refuses, saying she'll finish what she started. In the meantime, she subtly gathers evidence that will incriminate Ivan himself.
Fortunately, Marta wasn't able to make it.
I have the first set of discs with me. Why are Russian women so sexy?
She did.
At the exchange location, Dominika is abducted by Russian agents and flown back to Moscow. She's imprisoned in a dark underground cell and interrogated ruthlessly. The SVR accuses her of treason, demanding to know the identity of Marble and the extent of her cooperation with the CIA. When she refuses, they torture her using ice baths, beatings, and psychological tactics. The scenes are excruciating. Dominika's body is broken, but her mind remains calculating. Eventually, Ivan himself visits her in the cell. He mocks her loyalty, telling her she was always a pawn in his political ambitions. He plans to frame her as a traitor to protect himself.
She has developed feelings for the American.
She will be eliminated.
Oh, God.
You know what we want to know.
Dominika requests a private audience with General Korchnoi. She tells him she wants to make a deal. Calmly, she reveals that she knows Marble's identity and will expose him if the SVR spares her life. Korchnoi, intrigued, agrees to listen. In a stunning twist, Dominika identifies General Korchnoi himself as Marble, the CIA's secret mole within Russian intelligence. He offers her an alliance. If she frames someone else as Marble, he will ensure her protection and allow her to rise within the organization. Dominika agrees, seeing her opportunity. Dominika orchestrates an elaborate deception. Using falsified documents and a trail of misdirection, she frames her uncle Ivan as Marble. She provides convincing evidence to the SVR leadership, showing financial transfers, coded communications, and links to CIA operations. Ivan, blindsided, is arrested and accused of treason. In a chilling moment of poetic justice, the SVR executes Ivan, believing they have eliminated the American mole. Korchnoi, now safe, keeps his promise to Dominika. She is publicly exonerated, reinstated as a hero of the state who uncovered the traitor.
She fucked them.
burning.
In a final twist, she receives a phone call from Nate. He congratulates her, subtly implying that he knows what she did, that she framed her uncle and protected the real mole. Her eyes glisten as she reflects on what she's become. A survivor, a manipulator, and perhaps a prisoner of her own creation. This is Falcon Recaps. Thanks for watching.